Good morning on this spectacular, wonderful, hellishly humid Wisconsin morning. I'm showing you my tomato wall. And I want to explain to you what happens here is in the spring I buy seedlings. And I buy long, leggy ones. I plant them right up to their very leaves right here. And down here what I have are old beehive boxes. And I fill those beehive boxes full of compost. And that's what I'm planting them in. We have a number of beehive boxes in a row here. In this first one we have a pepper plant in the box. We have a elephant garlic, which is suffering a lot of abuse from me walking through here all the time. And of course we have the tomato plants, and I'm trying to get rid of all these suckers. But not all the suckers are bad. I do let some grow. We do harvest tomatoes off of suckers. Just that down here in the bottom I don't want any growing, because this is where the blight is more likely to occur, next to the ground. So I try to get rid of all these suckers that are close to the ground. And that's a sucker right there. I had already clipped off the main leaf because it had blight. And if it even shows a little bit of spotting, I start to clip them off, or like right here. See that? Yeah. That's the sort of thing I want to get rid of, so it doesn't spread. You have to look at it at least every day, every other day anyways. Every day is good. The second box, we have Swiss chard, which I haven't been eating too much of. You can tell that. I'm going to have to do something with that. Here's the tomato plant right here, coming out of the box. And I think that's it with this one. Swiss chard and tomatoes. Seedlings into this compost, into these old beehive boxes, and this wall serves as a microclimate. It protects the seedlings in the spring from the cold north wind. And that cold north wind can really inhibit the growth of these tropical or subtropical plants. So it's warmer here. The sun shines on this plywood board here and warms this area up, and up shoot the tomatoes. And I also have some peppers growing in here, and some potatoes. Potatoes are also tropical plants. Potatoes and tomatoes are growing very well together. And this is a way that I can have two crops out of one old beehive box. Tomatoes above ground and way up. Oh, and I want to mention something about, we only have so much space on our backyards, but we can really go up. So it behooves us to use as much as this as we can to increase our yields. So I'm getting this crop above ground of tomatoes, and I'm getting a crop below ground of potatoes. And I do have potatoes here that don't suffer the blight. They're called purple Peruvian. And also the tomatoes do suffer some blight, but you can see it's pretty denuded of leaves here on the bottom. So as they get the blight, I clip them off with a pruning shears. The third one, we have potatoes. These are purple Peruvian potatoes. You can see here's one of my clippings here. I've got a couple of them here. And here's the weed. I got a compost that I'm starting there. But anyways, we have the purple Peruvian potatoes growing in here. And it's with the tomato plant. And here's another one. Look at that. Just the mountains. Yeah, I got to pick them today and start drying them. Starting to split. It just keeps going on up. 10 feet tall. And the last one here has two early girls growing in it. I don't think there's a potato plant in here. And then I planted some fennel I had extra, but the fennel just isn't getting enough sun right here. So the fennel is probably going to be, well, it won't be a failure because I'll harvest some of those tender leaves. I thought I had another garlic in here somewhere. I'm going to have to try to find it. Well, maybe I picked it out of there. That makes sense. I probably picked it out of here. There's a hole right here. That's probably where it was. I ate it. So all of these boxes are filled with my homemade compost. And up go the tomatoes. Just spectacular growth right here, right now. Got lots of bumblebees coming and pollinating my flowers. There, look at that. Beautiful. So we're looking at a microclimate that helps the plant to grow in the spring, helps the tomatoes to ripen early down here below in the heat. So we get an early crop of tomatoes, and then it continues to contribute to the growth of the tomato as it works up these trellises. That's how it goes. I appreciate you watching. See you later. I hope my t-shirt's good. I think it's clear enough. Okay, see ya. You know they're ripe when they just snap off of these stems just like that real easily.